I remember early in the years when I was becoming very involved in Native American communities and traditions, there was something that really was difficult for me to understand. And it had to do with the preservation of culture. It had to do with the preservation of ceremony. Because here I was experiencing these profound healing ceremonies and these profound teachings, but I was also experiencing communities that were very unhealthy and that they were struggling socially and politically. And I had this fear that they were going to lose some of their teachings. They were losing their language. And it kind of created this kind of urgency in me. And I wanted other people to feel this urgency. And certainly there are Native American people that are out there working to preserve their cultures and their traditions. But in my mind, the feeling was not enough. And I would say to some of these elders and these healers, we can't lose the ceremony. We can't lose the tradition. And they said to me, well, what makes you think it's ever going to go away? I said, but what if everyone dies who carries this knowledge? And then I understood, because they said, oh, you think that people are the keepers of this wisdom. And they said, the wisdom is out there. The wisdom is in the spirit world. The wisdom is in the earth. And as long as there is spirit, and as long as there is earth, these ceremonies will come back again and again and again, like the grass. No matter how many times you cut it, it will always return. So relax, don't worry about it. It's eternal, and it's being revealed moment to moment. And what this caused me to really understand was something about this sort of struggle we see in our society between the spiritual and the religious. Now, religion can be a great vehicle for spirituality if you see religion as a collection of great philosophies and practices, a social structure that will help people to awaken to the divine within them and the world. But when religion becomes maybe co-opted by fear, or politics, or a desire to control a population, it can actually impede a person's spirituality. And you could just think of spirituality as maybe our deepest experience of meaning and connections and identity, or you could think of it as our connection to spirit. But regardless how you simplify or understand spirituality, it can exist within or beyond religion. Where some people get caught up is in this idea, but if I don't have religion, how will I get the spirituality? Right? How will I have the revelation? I need to go back to those old books. I need to listen to what our forefathers and mothers said. And I say, well, yes, but with balance and with caution. Because don't forget, they spoke through their culture. They spoke through their language. And they spoke through a consciousness that was perhaps profound if they were awakened, but still limited. I mean, no matter how enlightened I am, I'm still a man. I'm still a father. I'm still a guy with a job trying to sell books, and that shapes who I am. The fact that I was born Jewish and raised in Canada, that shapes the filter of my language and my thinking. And so some people find it helpful to think of each messenger, in fact each one of us, as like pieces of a stained glass window. And you put them all together and they show different shapes and colors, but the light behind it is the same. So ultimately, it's not about being attached to someone else's shape or color. It's about being the clearest channel for that light that you can be. And if you connect with clear channels from the past and clear segments of that stained glass window from another culture or your own heritage that seem to teach you and help you to reveal that light, then beautiful. But if what you're connecting with causes you to obscure that light, and to create fear in this world and create disconnection in this world, judgment and violence, you might ask yourself if that really is a living spirit in your life. So if you understand spirituality as being experience-based, this leads you to what is at least the heart of my teachings, which is how do you have that experience? Because the truth is, it can show up anytime and anywhere, but it doesn't always show up anytime and anywhere. And that's why for thousands of years, around the world and throughout time, all of our cultures have had spiritual practices.